First Selectman question first. It's regarding open space. What do you think of buying land or development rights?
I have been a big proponent of open space and for the land trust, and continue to do so. Moving forward, however, in these difficult economic times, I think that for right now we probably have to hold off. I do think we need to preserve the land that we have here for economic reasons. It has shown that if we can make our greenways, not only is it wonderful for adding recreation for us, but it also keeps developments of homes down. It maintains a lower population. When we bring more houses into town, we bring more students into town. More students add to our budget on our schools. Yet, I am a big proponent for open space. The development rights for the Phillips Farm, that was an acquisition that we made this past year. I was outspoken for it, in favor for it. It added the puzzle piece that was necessary to make what we are very proud of, which is a 300-acre greenway that will be used, hopefully, by all of us as a great place to hike, for science, for education, and it's something we can be proud of. We also know that there's runoff of water from there that feeds into our reservoirs and so forth, sending water into other communities. And I feel very good knowing that we've got all this clear, fresh land available for that runoff. So I am in favor going forward, but I think that at this point we have to be very careful how we spend our funding, and I would imagine that we would have to put open space sort of towards the back of the line, at least temporarily, until we can work with our budget and get things in line with the economy.
Regarding open space, and what do you think of buying land or development rights?
If I understand the question, and the person who wrote it, the question I believe that's being asked is, how do you feel about buying development rights as opposed to buying the land outright? Is that the question that's being asked?
Not phrased that way. It's asking, what do you think of buying land or development rights? So what's your position on both items?
I think you've got to look at the deal and look at what the market value of the land is worth, and then look at what you're going to have to pay to buy the development rights and make a judgment. Are you better off as a community buying just the development rights or just buying the land? It's a difficult question to answer because you have to look at each deal as it comes in front of you. Thank you.
As a commercial appraiser for the last 17 years, I've done many valuations for homeowners or land trusts on open space acquisitions. Open space financially, economically makes sense. It is good business long-term for our community. However, we all know that we've been riding a huge bubble, and we've been buying land at the top of the market, and we've changed our zoning regulations to allow for open space preservation through an open space subdivision where developers pay a fee. And in the existing system, the open space preservation folks have used the money that's been allocated, leveraged, actually borrowed some money to fund the Phillips Farm proposal. So, I do back open space. I personally favor a hands-on acquisition of land over development rights so that people can touch, feel, walk whenever they want. And I think that if we all get together, we recognize that when school costs are considered, it's good business for everybody. We know what our budget is, 75% education.